You stated during your House E&C hearing that you personally reviewed all these grants. Here's what you said. I was the one who made the decision. And I made the decision after doing individual review. I personally reviewed every single grant that I canceled. Now, you guys are going to have to start getting your stories straight, because there are three completely different statements, and they cannot all be true. It cannot be that Voiles personally himself conducted the review of 781.
He did.
And that Coogan saw to it that it was individually done.
Others did. It's a crazy concept, Senator, but maybe more than one person was individually reviewing these grants. Maybe they were working on it for more than one day, Senator.
Will you
thought
show
about that concept?
What
about the fact
when
that
their
when
testimony is that they did it all on one day? No, I do not.
Every single time.
I do not agree with that, Administrator.
Senator.
He swore in court that he did it on one day. So you can't now come in and say that that's false.
On a day after you worked on it,
He
busting
didn't
your
say.
ass for a while to get all of your ducks lined up.
That's
to
not
do
what
all
he
the
said.
research, to ask questions, to make sure you're making responsible decisions.
None of that is what he
Because you're
said.
not worried that there's going to be some ranking member to
None of that is what he said.
who doesn't care about the facts.
None of that is what he said. I'm using the facts as your employee
I've conducted
stated
an
them.
individual review of everything, and that concept doesn't
When?
work for you.
When did you conduct an individualized
Work on it
review
every
of
single
781
day, because
grants?
we have a zero tolerance
Will you
policy
show me
towards
your
wasting
schedule?
dollars. We inherit something. You don't care about wasting money.
Will you show me
you
your
don't care
schedule?
about wasting money, but the Trump administration does, Senator.
Will you show me your schedule?
Our schedule's publicly released. We don't put on the schedule every single moment
Will you
of
show
the
me
day
your
that
schedule
It's
to
publicly
prove
released.
your assertion that
here
you
under
did
oath,
individualized
Senator.
review of
They're
781?
under oath telling you that I was reviewing this stuff and working on it almost every single day.
And the
Why?
problem
because
with
when
that-
I was before this committee, I was asked by Senator Ricketts, if confirmed, would I immediately make this a top priority to go through all the grant funding going through EPA to make sure that we were cracking down on every waste, every aspect of abuse. Because I have to come back here in front of Senator Ricketts today. And even though you don't care about wasting tax dollars, Senator Ricketts does.
And the
I'm
problem-
going to do my job because the American public
And the
cares
problem-
about us not wasting tax dollars.
And the problem with your assertion here today is that it is belied by your own employees' sworn statements in court and by the decision of the
Senator,
Department of
you're not
Justice
grasping
to
the fact.
admit that what you say
you're
isn't
not
true.
grasping the fact that we would have multiple employees looking at these grants. That concept just escapes you like that's even a possibility.
The only thing about that is that
and
that's not
you don't care
true.
about 99% of the story.
That's not true according to your own employees'
You're not grasping
testimony.
It, I don't know what to say to you. You're insisting on the fact.
I'm insisting on the facts. That's exactly what I'm insisting on. I'm insisting on the facts, and I now have three different versions of the facts,
that Travis
including
Voiles
Department
and
of Justice
and others
lawyers
are working on this every
who
single
admitted
day
in
that
court
we're
that what you're saying
we're
now
not going
is
to
not
waste
true.
dollars just because you insist on EPA lighting taxpayer dollars on fire. The American taxpayers, they put President Trump in office because of people like you. They have Republicans in charge of the House and Senate because of people like you. Because you don't care about 99% of the story. You don't want me to go through the list of all the evidence of waste and abuse.
No, what I want you to do,
in conflicts of interest.
What I want you to do,
unqualified recipients. You don't care about
what I want you to do
oversight.
is explain why the Department of Justice lawyers representing EPA in court under a duty of candor have said that everything you've just said isn't true. That's what I want. Get me that answer.
I'm here before this committee.
I've exceeded my time. I'll let the chairman take back the gavel.
Thank you.
You previously committed to following the law and stated your belief that science should be left to the scientists. So I would like to focus on just how well you've been fulfilling those commitments. To start, you initiated an effort to reconsider the 2009 endangerment finding that greenhouse gas emissions threaten the public health and welfare of current and future generations. Now, I have no doubt we may disagree about just how to appropriately regulate sources of climate pollution. But I'm frankly shocked that there is a question of whether or not climate pollution harms the Americans' health and welfare. The endangerment finding is based on science, and scientists both within and without the federal government have continually reaffirmed that climate pollution does in fact harm our health and our welfare.